Good morning. It is Wednesday, March 22nd, 2023. It is, excuse me, 9 a.m. And whereas normally we would begin with the Board of Health and then move into council time, excuse me, this morning we're going to be going directly into council time and then have an executive session. Kathleen Otto, County Manager, would you mind mentioning why that Board of Health meeting is canceled this morning?
Of course. So Dr. Malik reached out and they were going to be doing a presentation on the ARPA funding on-site septic assistance project. But as he worked with his team, they realized that there are a few more areas that they need to work through before it is ready for a presentation. Additionally, the director's report would only be a very brief, maybe 3-minute update on where they're at on the community health assessment and community health improvement plan, strategic plan process. So with that said, they asked to move some of that information to next month's Board of Health. And I also know that they're working on the syringe program information as well for a future Board of Health meeting.
Very good. Thank you for that update. That's important to know, and for the public that had questions on that to know. So we begin with council time, and of course that starts with public comment. In the event there are any members of the public who wish to comment on today's council time agenda. Staff, do you see any either in the hearing room?
Excuse me, Madam Chair.
Yes.
This is Leslie Lopez. If I could make a request to amend the agenda
Of
to
course,
change
please.
the number of executive sessions.
Yes, please do that.
So I request that we change the agenda to reflect that there will be one pending litigation for 10 minutes and the other two will be moved to a subsequent council time.
Thank you. And assuming there are no objections from council, that stands approved. And are there any other changes to the agenda? No. Okay. Thank you for that, Leslie. So we move to public comment. And staff, do you see any individuals in the hearing room or online who wish to testify?
I do not, Chair, no.
Okay, thank you. Old business. Is there a motion for approval of the minutes of March 15?
Move to approve.
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion, edits, changes? Hearing none, they stand approved as drafted. New business is the proclamation regarding Child Abuse Prevention Month. Kathleen?
Yes, so this is a proclamation that's come before council at least the last few years from Amy Russell, who is the manager over at the Children's Justice Center, or CJC. So this proclamation is asking council to proclaim April of 2023 as Child Abuse Prevention Month. So if council has any edits, we're certainly happy to make the edits. And if okay with council, we would move to put this onto a Tuesday meeting for consideration.
Council, have you had a chance to look at this, and do you have any edits?
I have Chair, I've looked it over and I think it's good just the way it is from my perspective.
I have to agree with that. Any other comments?
I have no edits, and I would move to advance the proclamation.
Very good. Second?
I second that.
Thank you. So let's consider it done. 1, 2, 3. I know we have. And I see Glenn nodding his head. Thank you. Councilor reports. We did some last night, so I know that this morning they may be few and far between.
Chair, I
Yes.
have a brief report. I attended the Public Health Advisory Council this
Yes.
week, and it was a very interesting meeting in that they're doing some self-reflection on the role of the council and in thinking about how to approach it in a more equitable fashion as far as the services. So we were able to do interactive things, even though it was online, in small groups to talk about why people are personally involved, the role of the council, and how to really better engage with the community in the role of public education. So it's a very good meeting.
I'm sure it was, having been the representative last year. I really enjoyed it and found their meetings always to be lively in terms of discussion, and that's good. Do you anticipate a report coming to council soon?
Well, I know there was some talk about reporting back and updating the council on the syringe program. So that was the one thing that specific thing that was discussed.
Very good. Thank you. Other councilor reports? Okay, let's move to work session requests. I show none. Kathleen, do you have any?
Nope, that is correct. We don't have any this morning.
And policy issues? Are there any? Well,
No,
there are some, but
Yeah,
is there
no,
any we
council-
need to discuss?
Yeah, no, I know council is meeting weekly still with our lobbyist, and the letter, and I can send that to the council, did make it up to the representatives in Olympia regarding the 179th Street. So the staff stepped up very quickly, and thank you, Chair, for your time and reviewing that as well. And we'll send that to the entire council for your information.
And we would just like to acknowledge Representative Cheney for his work too in bringing that forward, trying to push it so that those funds are available in a timely way. Any other policy issues?
Not today.
Okay.
Thank you.
We're already ready for that executive session. So council, if you would please log off and log on to the executive session section of our online. We'll see you there in just a minute. Oh, and excuse me, I should have said this is for a 10-minute period with potential after action. So it is 9:07. I would estimate that we'll be back at 9:20. And we'll reconvene council time at that time and take any after action that is required then. Thank you much and see you.
Hello, council is extending their executive session for 5 more minutes and will be returning at 9:25. Thank you.
It is Wednesday, March 22. Your Clark County Council has been in executive session. We are now moving back into open session for the purpose of taking after action. May I ask for a motion, please?
Chair, I move to approve the Washington State Settlement and Allocation Agreement governing the allocation of funds paid by certain settling opioid manufacturers and pharmacies, and give authority to the county manager to sign the associated documents.
Thank you, Councilor Young. And is there a second?
I'll second.
Second that.
I heard it first from Councilor Belcott, so thank you. And is there any discussion? Hearing none, let's take a vote. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. And those opposed, nay. There being no nays, the motion is passed unanimously. Thank you very much. This concludes our council time agenda for Wednesday, the 22nd, and this meeting is adjourned.